with Kukwanan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kukwanan, only on CTV.
There are growing concerns for government to implement a strict compliance across all health facilities, both private and government, to ban the use of mobile phones and other related gadgets. The call comes following a widespread of negligence and recklessness and abuse of rights of patients in the hands of some nurses and doctors in the health sector. Meanwhile, the Frontline show is mounting pressure, maximum pressure across stakeholders to consider the exigency to give mother and child hospital the very needed facelift. Plus, the CEO of what? The CEO of that is Mame Hannah Basiu, folks, has come at a close shave of an attempted murder on her life. Tonight, we have some exclusive. Yes, we have some development. What's the name of her? Minerals Development Fund. Yes. Dr. Hannah Basiu has come a close shave on some alleged, attempted death on her life. Tonight, we have all of this plus many more coming on the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, and of course, still, the health sector at Crossroad. All these coming on the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, The Frontline. I am Kweku Anand. Tonight we're coming to you live from this very HQ here in the studios of CTV. Dozens are picking the feed, plus the one in Sunyani, and that is Sunyani FM 88.1. In Western region, the dial is 99.1 FM, Tadi FM precise. In London, they are lifting their feed on GOB, and GOB, of course, is hooking up on modernghana.com and tuning. Still on GOB, the hook is on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. The information is super dial, of course. Tonight is also hooking on my CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana. My CTVGH, the Frontline Ghana. Please subscribe. Quick one. Plus the interactive segment, your WhatsApp number, keep dropping your WhatsApp messages, and of course, all will be read. 020-297-3461. My name still remains Kweku. And folks, tonight, we go on a much wider scale of this very, negligence, recklessness, and now we add the abuse of what? Some patients in many health sectors in this country. Now, first, our scope was on mother and child hospital, but then it does appear what we've uncovered, so far what we've uncovered, and the reported, cases of health facilities in this country, it's much wider. Yes. A lot of health sectors, hospitals in this country are glaringly misbehaving, recklessly and negligent, gaslighting patients into the untimely death. And this is very sad. And I'm sure many of you are beginning to question, Kweku, why have you stayed a while longer on this health matters? Yes, it's about life. After the politics, do your politics. Do your MPP, NDC for what? 33 years down the line. And so, but when the human beings in the country are dying, when they are dying and you can close your eyes over it, and that's comfortable for you, and the nation's authority are not minded, they are not bothered, they are not concerned, hey, then what? Come on, what's that? By the time we finish, the population, of course, every day the population is dropping, increasing, dropping. Yes, go to the health sector. Children are being born, right? Human beings are also dying. But then when you juxtapose how many human beings have been born today across the health facilities, and all of them have been gaslighted by some reckless, negligent nurses. What do you make of that? The population will still be at a standstill. The human capacity is still at a standstill. Folks, tonight we are to go through yet another barrage of harrowing accounts of some Ghanaians in the health sector. Plus, many are also calling on the government to, as it were, quickly implement a strict compliance. A strict compliance of what? Government should ban all mobile phones at the health facilities. All right, ban every mobile phone, the usage of mobile phones across all the health sector, both private and government. Ban everything. Yes, so when you are a nurse or a doctor, you report to the hospital, you just keep your phone somewhere until close of time or a break or something. I don't know, but I mean, the avalanche of this call is it's so enormous. And I tend to agree with the people. And we are also pushing this to the health authorities as to what they would do with this very compliance, whether or not, if we need a legislature to this or what. I don't know how that is going to be. But we have triggered some discussions out there, and we're also making authorities know of this, that nurses and doctors must be banned from using their mobile phones at all the health facilities. I don't know what you make of it. Do you also agree that doctors and nurses must be banned, or they must go through this strict compliance that they should not use mobile phones in their hospitals? We have to look at it and look at it again. For example, if I on emergency situation, I have to go to the hospital and I have to call my doctor, hey, Mr. Charlie, I'm not well and I'm coming to the hospital for you to take care of me. And then, because he's banned from using his phones, he was unable to listen or pick my call and to figure that I'm coming to see him for healthcare. What do you make of it? What will be, we have to think of other consequences lie thereof. And we asking the nurses and the doctors to go through this strict compliance. Should we limit it to only nurses and exempt the doctors from, or both? Which one? What's your mind? Of course, keep bringing your WhatsApp messages on 020-2973-461. Do you support the call for, a ban, a compliance that nurses and doctors should not use phones in our hospitals? What do you make of it? Tonight, we'll look at it, plus the barrage of harrowing accounts of some Ghanaians' experience in some other health facilities. All right, now the whole issue has gone beyond even mother and child, whilst of course our eyes on the ball is still on mother and child. May I again also say that the committee established by the Central Regional Health Directorate is still ongoing, investigating mother and child. I don't know what they will come out of, but we're also gauging to see if there will be something very good out of that. Well, the minister is back in town, and of course his eyes are on mother and child. The member of parliament for Ewutu Senya East constituency, of course, also talking to us. And like I said, before we end this expose this week, we have to end this expose. The rest will be doing some backdoor checks and all of that. Yes, we believe that we'll speak to the member of parliament and all of that, and then I'm sure you can also post your questions and all of that to her, especially the people living within, in and out of the mother and child environment, precisely Ewutu Senya constituency, who also exercise this hospital. Plus tonight, Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisu Kote has come under, a close shave attack. Some people want to take her life away. Why? Because she's out there fighting the illegal menace. Really? You want to? And there is also seemingly a conspiracy being orchestrated to, as it were, knock heads together. They are trying to knock her head to that of the sector minister in charge of what? Lands and forestry. Emmanuel Kofi Amabwa. How? I mean, how? Why should this be? Why should we allow this? Look, lands and natural resources or whatever, you see, depending which government is in power, either they change this one, they take this away, they add this. So I mean, sometimes I don't even know which one. Yeah, the ministries, oh, and land natural, now diseases, something be big basa. Why should you create, you know, a standoff? Those of you in the media and other corridors of belongings trying to knock the head of Dr. Hannah-Bissiew to that of Kofi Amabwa. How? I'm gonna go hard tonight on some of you, those people. Please don't try this. Look, all the sector ministers, as far as NPP, NDC, both of you are concerned, 33 years, all the men who were appointed as ministers in charge of lands and natural resources, whatever it is, and also to be taking care of our minerals deposits and the forest reserves and water bodies. You failed. All of you failed. You failed. And I must tell you tonight, you failed. Yeah. There could be a very good reason why the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is going on this direction. Right? Yes. Can't you see the President is fulfilling that mandate? He's fulfilling that promise. Yes, why not? The MPP is out there questioning the President about what? Whether he's fighting Galamsey. I'm so angry of some of those commentators out there talking about the President quest to fight this Galamsey menace. My goodness. Hey, if Akufo-Addo had listened to Ghanaians and would have gone the direction we asked him to go, including to ensure that states of what emergency should be, you know, triggered, at least for the very period of his exit, to save Ghana's water bodies and forest reserves. Come on, would have gotten somewhere. But you know what? There were lots of people who should have helped the President to get that assignment done properly, including Akufo-Addo. Did what? He played one heaviest political gamble by using his presidency right on the line. And when he did that, of course, time, as I have always said and maintained, the vindication of crime is in the womb of time. Did you hear that? The vindication of crime is in the womb of time. When the President sworn on his presidency to fight the Galamseyers, all the top hierarchies, including his national security operatives and officers who were part of the arrowheads to go and fight this, including his national security ministers. His national security minister was also in the forest mining illegal gold. His minister can Kandapa was also there. Kandapa was in the forest mining gold. And one of the top officers who also should have helped President Akufo-Addo to fight this was his who? Another security top officer, the Inspector General of Police, Ekufu Dampare. What happened? Ekufu Dampare was nowhere to be found. What are we seeing today? What are we seeing today? You can salute and give it up on the current IGP, COP, Christian Tete Yohonu. Fantastic man. Yes, he's giving the president all the backings. Have you seen what is going on in our forest reserves? All the Chinese men, they're all running into various corners of the forest. Yeah, that's the man, IGP. He's doing a fantastic job. Fantastic job. Too much. The police officers backing Hannah-Bissiew and all of that, they are doing a great, fantastic job. My goodness. And those of you who want to try on Hannah-Bissiew's life, try. Folks, let's get started. Here hitiaba. And I dream in himself, Yako weekend and Abba. Ibia de Naquem, Kamakama, Bonisu ni Yaquem, Bonibia soon to me my Yaquem. Yeah, Koye in Shiramba. anadwi asema da ho ne sen sa hospital in sem ye no wanante abe na wotwe mienu mu koi yes and anadwi ye betwa so nso a na eno so no kire se ye nkakrakra na aboabo no nso ne ya eden ye de sa e na bewie sanse nyem egu form no edoso papa edoso pa intino ye ya hoboa na nina no ye de aba fantine besi o se de badadze okay na ya hwe na bibia ye kama now there is a strong kind of saying move say aban na on banning mobile the usage of mobile phones our hospital senebeya hospital na a nurse for na doctor for no use mobile phones so honam ne ade well sa call ebi susu se eba ebeboa ebema a nurse for no etimi ayeden o my discipline enti yema ni na no enkonko wie se wonom enye den wonom yembane mobile phones the sense bebre na obekwa phones ninti womuni ni ena omode ayeden womode ayede so omoye nti yembane the usage of mobile phones no but na me bi say see bane the usage of mobile phones so a entimi so enhinda ewoni me bi say bia wo call hospital na wo pese wo frɛ wo nurse ana wo doctor na wo doctor wo be frɛ na mobile phone ni meno obeden wetimi ni wa eden akasa enem ne ade ntini na ne yenhwe but of course I don't want to pretend to be say I have all the answers and I mean kwame say be kata nyankopon ni won so wadwene ya was saying should we go strict to ban the usage of the use of mobile phones or hospital na sefona of course ahonomi here wo Ghana ni a wo hwe me sabri for wadwene ebra e was 02029734461 na menkin kan sa message na 02029734461 bekin kan ni na say yembane mobile phones no ana so say yenye bibia ene be more strict compliance of avoidance of it na sefo what do you make of all of that your messages ehia papa na o de banso a ye behwe ni na se de besia ebeko so no ebiom on this very investigations here so far yapno be bregu masa mother and child afikra de yakọ on the wider scale say health facilities bebre and as other hospitals bebre and so have been accused ostensibly say woman so eka ho na yekum nipa ne ade bebre no omode aba hospital way hospital just abobo hospitals bebre na me mean to me nkata omo so ye do mu na ebegu ho so mutie program ya na obi tie a na wabo mama na say hey mudie pie wo CTV the frontline show no so na madam ho so but ni na mu so no ye tu anamo bi so former mintimi nkanchiro anamone said city nina no yede ebehwe said ebisi continue the call to ban mobile phones and I don't know your mind what do you make of it should we or should we not whichever way still on the bill Dr. Hanabisi ono no hwe minerals fence ne ono SEO ma minerals development fund na ebinimu ayo madwene say omo pese maame no omo yi ni nkwa firi ho esanse wo yi dwuma kese papa no da ho no se maame wafo we ya wono ba this time so trani kunu ho no da bi o the dwuma na wo ye no for God and country no enipa bi si ye ma ne kwama ne nya dwuma ntene ye betwa no so ama na to na nanam nse do wa anya sa na anya den sama anya sa the spirit of this nation God have mercy. But they say one day when I'm out of journalism, na me ye me dream you and why now mobile frame you mobile frame the spirit of this nation hu pa o on my way soon sumwa e kata on my way soon ehunhuma ye honhom pa na yes na on my niti o but nipa bi ne yakofa sa honhom ne de abetena on my mu kire say the spirit that controls Ghana no hits enema bebre. But notably among them, what? Omeisunsum a womde abetena omeisu ochi ade bia eye ene kwaritrodo nekre ompe. 2. on mine sunsum on mode abekata so no so ye sunsum a ochi enipa woye peri kafo. Okay, asem na ese yen kan ese ne ntem na obi anko ne be no na omo dia faham na ose na omo se na fa na zi na ye say you see and this and that nwan ade na ba akopɛ sa ne omo we ene kure uyi uno ade ne ese ye de to ha mpeni so amfa nto efi to nem ne ade na sunsum na omo dia betena omo mu no mpesa da te yesa no a na wabayo wono wabayo otamfo kese e de ama oman no yeah na wabayo otamfo kese de ama oman nyame ampata kura aduane a obedi kura betimi age ifu nsem. That's it folks. Ndianadwi ye behwe Mame Hanabisiu together with the Inspector General of Police COP Christian Tete Yohonu eduma wonu mienu ebo wo kwayem ho on the heels of Omanpenin's promise when one President Mahama one promises or the presidency better lines Mahama made the statement very easy, simple. But guess what? Emirikatua ekoso forest mono Chinese for why when na mekano bi sire no emirikatuo titito wiem kwaye mesire mipom enenchambum ni ewirem ho sa obi enye ba bi infinity mfa wo emirika ne dos na unya na wo ye de ugira ho ubedwane at least entomwa say say ye betimi according to scientists wo say ye betimi save ye water bodies and forest ya afọ forest no put say enua asan ho na beba but ensuo na ye nom according to the scientists no one say be take example 300 years na 300 years ni na ewa he 300 years of this nation na ye wa hefa meni omienu na hwanim na ne ye jawmi echire mo be surviving by what? Sicknesses, disease. Enemy ade na Chinese if onu go mu krom ho and na ye wo fe ho 300 years na sansuo ye da hoyi na afi ne nani e ba be sesa na ye white ewuranom wo ye won hwehwe wo sa da bio ye makwane ye nkoso ye nse no emirikatuo ye mfa nse ne nije kwan so ye nse no eno a no. John Mahama is bringing an end to it. And I think so all of us Ghanaians, including the NPP with the noise out there, shut up. Namumwa. Yes. Now folks, straight we go into Ghana Speaks Part 1. And Ghana Speaks tonight, of course, brought to you by Biogas Expert Engineers. Me no mo edins a wo so breach say biogas for no ebetimi aboa wo ekwan ahodo pii so 100 plus 1 eba edan sie yensi ne ase emfa nkosoro ne emoso roofing eyo madwuma no mo wi a wo maye wa build a state of the art kitchen wo mama kitchen be na wo pe anas wa we si udan na wo pe so mo build a kitchen edema wo madwuma no boholo ye betu boholo no wo fie anase work site maybe a wuye adwuma betumi aba say a factory bi ye be to boho ho e dey serve the purpose that it's intended bibia you be say floor tiles at this time ye tiles bi normal tiles ye de hwehwe design tiles bi en so aba e very common a dead drop was so intimate pie tiles and this day an era tiles aba ban bi drop pam na ho apai so omoba e be tutu ho san ye den no we nya ne bia papa tiles papa afi mo amodan mwesia ehun nkrosa rere dani rere pao ema apart from say paint na rere no edan nankasa mudi no ema cement nya edri ko from no wo mbeba we mudan no ye be treat dan no e de amount na ye wi a ye paint ho edan no ayefefefa woni ohobia biogas edwuma de edoso mintimi me ka de na me yidi ahinem. Biogas expert for no a bisa say contact one problem near the bear. Contact one 055 589 3001 055 589 3001 one. Hwese obi di adanse kwan ya ye fa so a ye building a kitchen edema no. Once who pay the state of the art. Who design na odebeba ye be ya ma and now one kasama who design whichever. Omobehwe no mind kama ediama. Take a listen to the biogas expert for.
About Biogas, I'm so impressed on telephone. Okay. Oh, Freya, oh, yes. Oh, Freya, no fine. I'm going to buy. Now, he's so nice and friendly. The moment I'm about the moon or fall sitting near or by Yama. Okay, Biogas, okay. Or fall sitting near to no touch new drink or more normal. No, a bono. No more pictures. Okay. Just say, I'm almost starting personal. Not the plumbing job was so bad. Okay. Because there was no washing machine, okay. No sink. Just don't jump out of the and you come out. Okay. But Biogas, I see me try. I hear pumping work. Okay. And then we was Ghana. Okay. No washing machine. Okay. I will tell washing machine. Now I'm going to hear you now. Maybe I'm on gas. Okay. And you say the one Ghana, can hear you want to know. Yeah. And I will press here. I will try Ghana. I will try Ghana. You want to decide. I had it be on one check. Almost a cancer so happy. Money than it. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. I see. We see kind of check. Okay. This kind of manner. And more comment to this over you see Johnny. Sikano was our bid down to the other edge. Wow. Very good. Wow. Very good. Very good. Oh, okay. Very good. And you're kitchen more bra. Oh, yeah. And you're kitchen more. I said, no. I am the sitting room. Sitting room. Arrangement. Everything. I just screen so you see. Nina, Biogas. Trust and believe in Biogas. Oh, yeah, papa. Especially if workers are only so nice and friendly. And they go see workers in the back. Who are my workers in the fee? Mr. Mayana, sir, many workers in now, open on the Yada, and no more chance, no to be yes, we no more work. Okay, my trouble to over 38 years. Sure. Mom bread. Oh, name bread power bridge. Now, Bessie Fee. Only have customers come and I'm here 7 years saying, but Banetta said, well, okay. But with biogas. Sabotage. Okay. Now, for one selling picture, I'm not choosing your pay. Okay. What is the kind of bar? I'll buy a come. Biogas. The best.
Great folks, welcome back to the Frontline Show, Ghana Speaks. Now, before Ghana Speaks takes off, Mami run his birthdays week. Quick, of course, and this will be a part of us. I'll say happy birthday, special birthday to you, Theodora Azumbel, final year student at Nalerigu Nursing Training College. From your mom, Azuma, Juliana, and Mr. Moses. I know on that screen is come. Inti Omame, Azuma Moses and Mr. Azuma, Juliana and Moses. We show Theodora. Happy birthday, Papa. Then next one will say the wonderful day here. Happy glorious birthday to you, Olivia Abekwe. Works at Ghana Insurance College in NIC. From Felix inside Navrongo and Mr. Moses on Dahono. And it's also coming to you from Olivia Abekwe. This birthday wishes is coming from Felix inside Navrongo and Mr. Moses. And I will show happy birthday. And then the last one, also we thank God Almighty for our lives and everything He has provided for us. On this special day, a great soul was born for the whole nation. With great joy, I wish you a great happy birthday to you, Opini Kwesi Budu, professional music promoter and artist, manager, musician, guru's personal assistant. Is coming from Ruby X at CTV. I don't know or a music producer Emma Guru, Guru ni manager na Odahono. And Ruby X and Ruby X of CTV, of course. I don't know wish Papi the very, very happy birthday. Great folks. Enti Yenshana and Yama Bibi and the great. So Ghana Speaks Beneath Politics of today. Tonight we take a broader look at issues, impacts, and perspectives on man, and what is there to. And what there is to. Show. And the Ghana Speaks part 1 way dear. Medimu Rura and Sama Hudo be brea. Ebe boaminu me and me sweet and name be brave because a multi approach of videos. Shwe the insuya adebium. First, King Charles III of England seen there smoldering in the smoke. Question remain, what does this mean to him and his environment? King Charles III is seen smoldering in the smoke. King Charles yo, or England yo, Ojina Wisiem. Never be says a Wisiem, King Charles what Ojina Hoyading. We Royal Z Blue Blood of way. Neye Poon Wisie. Yeah, Chobaka say, oh, yeah, Debbie. Say, hey, and ya froze a branian poon wisie and answer dear. Debbie, Obaka say, a bosom bin a jama, ya dear, ye be who won't see a bell deum. King Charles III, wo punu wisie, and ye wheel, and one more, when the Mediano wash any suit, and ye wisie no, oh, Jewish in the manor. Name person washer, no be so when some say, I see any saying. In Testament was hard no way dear bad dear. Na de bia me kasa Africa for the ya dwene said the abodam na said the me can be ntiase. You see, I've always said and maintained that for it is the it is the mind it is the mind we serve the Lord, and the mind is the battleground. Womade nyame som ne bae contaminate ye say ye de o me na wie no adwene ntimi nye papa biumuda. We've adulterated many things that in the days of old, a boma yetumi diye kanko any ade. And then now, ye de akoshe aso dem ho. Ya kwa aso ne sa emfie duasa. Ade pepe bia ma. Ochina, mo de ochina na eden. The whole day grana memhwed me say arehu sembe ne. Mo de ochina no aye. What is that? Venison, what's it? Thanksgiving Day. Well, but if I were President John Dramani Mahama, Ochina shouldn't be a Thanksgiving Day. Mr. President, respect. With respect to Ochina, says enjoy Thanksgiving. Ochina, as a someone you're a Ghana for, yes, sorry, you declare, say, you're for Ochina, dear bain. Cleanliness, which will be the next to godliness. The cleanliness of the state, which will be cleanliness next to what? Godliness. And no question, man, all them. Me say, and no question, young kwaso all you will be saw them. Mamuko John, ye, Hiribaba, no more Musumuka, Ikiko mani gadu sanamni ko braka namaniade. Woman so a kujan can lekusu, woman so a twasu lekususu, Obia Canadian, all of that. Hiribaba, blah blah, whatever, all of that. No, we mupie feed them one. Mupie feed them one. This I was no sunu bind to say, and they 24 hours based in the Bonia with ye. Or come on, please stop. This is the gullibleness of our lifestyle, and we ain't going nowhere. Show my gun anymore. Look at the capital here. Or many na baby and a fear a share. Or main capital nimuno and ye fiketwa. And to Ochina, ye beshen tarifufu, we cladded in whites. All right? And we're going to move on the principal street all over regional capitals. Praises and worship to God in the heavenlies. Nani na no she backyard wa. A fee gata mwa ye fee. Gata nim aye fee all the streets. Baller aye baller. Robert daha we daha efi nkoa yariye na e kire yen ye ko gina se finimu already nankasa ne ye gina mu ne ye asore all the time but o chane de special day Christopher ye omo de Muslim me for ye omo de traditionalists ye omo de nem ne ade na nchemo me declare ne de ye cleanliness like me call one day me first time I me call Rwanda no president need a decree be say every Sunday and once that in a year of a month every Sunday kona kwa check minim say bi omugusu ye dia every Sunday bia in the country called Rwanda no ye prapra kro no nya na kro e bede ne mu ayefi mudie yinzo mudie ye efi amini kro efi eye boni o efi etwetwe ahohom boni na eba enipa bi o ye fi biara na ye hwe na brabo se de ositie efi how enti o man ankasa na hohom papa bi anti o man ni mo and on top of it ensore so egu man mu nya nsore ba wo akesi o ni emu tons apatar a o mo kaguso o mu wi a ni ase akotena ye dada ni mu a boni o man ya nipa ye hyemu ene mi kasei nipa ye timemu boni ya konode ye di boni ye num boni ye dware boni ye sori boni mu enipa trimo ye deni na nipa any kindness and gesture and whatever for the fellow man. No, it's all about individuals. We are all scatter 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 ne dear. As if say Equia Ghana will be gone tomorrow. The politicians, the journalists, the masons, the carpenters, the traders, businessmen, the bankers, everybody will be a grappling idea. As if Ghana will not. I don't really get it. But yo, royals, no, here are royals, ne. Obeka say abosomsom. Womoso no mde nyamesum ne brɛ. Ana here Prince Charles way. Take a listen. Who answer on Febra? Listen to this.
Tabanso awakani enwa ejokini King Charles ejokini won she le sọ fún wa o wọ́n ní ká kẹ́yìn sí gbogbo nǹkan títí wa bọ̀ kí ni àwọn ṣe ritual àkọ́kọ́ làwọn ṣe kí ni gbogbo orúkọ báyìí kí ló wá dé ọ̀dọ̀ ìlú ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa jẹ́ ká lọ mọ̀kọ́ tá a ṣe jẹ́ ká ronú tá a bá ń sọ àwọn kan ní ẹnu wa rùn ẹjọ́ kí ni King Charles ẹjọ́ kí ni wọ́n ṣe lè sọ fún wa o wọ́n ní ká kẹ́yìn sí gbogbo nǹkan títí wa bọ̀ kí ni àwọn ṣe ritual àkọ́kọ́ làwọn ṣe kí ni gbogbo orúkọ báyìí kí ló wá dé ọ̀dọ̀ ìlú ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa jẹ́ ká lọ mọ̀kọ́ tá a ṣe jẹ́ ká ronú.
Great. Program we did me catch you. Me here dom millions coming. No. A program ahana isua de. Me isua bi usu usua bi. So when you come, let's learn. So what here dey we obi say dey no wo ye no. What you say? So when my dear Prince Charles Oya for answer na bremi. My number no WhatsApp number is 0202973461. Bring me your answers to that of what Prince Charles Oya. What you say? We see ye pun wo no. There is the argument suggesting that the current Israel established in 1948 still remain the Israel of old and the God's chosen one. However, this assertion has been toppled by many scholars of our time, including today, Reverend Dr. Abel Damina of Nigeria. Ebra, Israel and Iran for Kuntu Koya Nani almost ceasefire bay. Any people be mame threat on my life, send messages at the bread and say, then come on into now mini rice and my baby can Israel and then I say for why? Because my can say Israel God's chosen ones. But then I make my mouth dating. Israel was established in 1948. Right? So Israel was established in 1948. Ibibi says, then where is the Israel of old? And still, can this Israel be described as the God's chosen Israel? Many scholars continue to defeat the very assertion of many suggesting, say yes, is the Israel of old. But I'm saying, no, this is not the Israel of old and the God's chosen one. This is the political Israel, all right? This one is the political Israel and not the God's chosen one. Take a listen to Dr. Damina.
Today's Israel is not Bible Israel, okay?
Correct.
But the Middle East is still the Middle East, okay? But today's Israel is not Bible Israel. But the Middle East is still the Middle East. And if you understand the Bible very well, the entire nation of Israel was scattered all over the face of the earth. And then the reconvening of Israel was as a result of a political arrangement, okay? And then there is a reconvening of Israel. So this Israel is not Bible Israel. That said, today there is no more importance to Israel than to other nations. Today the gospel is to all of mankind. The Bible tells us there's no more Jew, there's no more Gentile. Out of the Jew and the Gentile, God has brought out a new kind of humanity, a new man. And that man is not a Jew, is not a Gentile, he is a new creation in Christ Jesus. So that's the position of the Bible today. That means, therefore, standing with Israel or standing with Palestine is no more the issue here. It's no more the issue. God loves Israel, God loves Palestine. Jesus died for Israel, Jesus died for Palestine. But you must also remember that there's a political dimension and there's a human dimension to these issues. For example, I in no way support the fact that last year or so, the Israel people were having their party and people from one country, Gaza or somewhere, went there and threw a bomb and caused commotion and destroyed people. And then Israel had to retaliate. These things happen between nations, and these things happen amongst men. And no country is superior to the other in the sight of God. God loves everybody. But because there's a human factor, that's why we have wars and rumors of wars. They are all man-made. That's why you see Ukraine and Russia. You see Israel now going to deal with Iran and Iran retaliating. All of that are amongst men. You know, when God created man, God said the heart of man is desperate and wicked. Who can know the heart? So that is why, because of the human factor, is why you have all of these, wars going.
Me sure say bebre na mo advances argument na. Bebre sa na man say ana etiti free money so. Yeah. Etiti free money so. And another research fellow also discounts Luke in the scriptures described as Christ's follower or disciple was actually not, but a writer of events. How did the researcher prove this? Researcher we so asem say papa ya ono so Bible me ya to din Luke. Luke chapter 1 verse this, Luke chapter this, that. Say Luke so no one yet Christ esuani you ana no one yet ne chitafo no. The internet be ma obeka sa but o kire asem nim sentia Luke na onye Christ chitafo but o see den na Luke na oye ne dwuma ne say. Listen to her.
Oni se be sin ne kra ye mu bebre ni se Luke kra onye Yesu hwiani.
Look, when you used to see me, how?
Onim Yesu baby a hu no kra da.
It's like
Yanko the book of Luke.
wow.
We a Tyndale's version. And a Bible no de bia no mu yi bibi free. Oh, amu gusu yi free. Okay, nti Me chere wade bi o Bible.
Yanko.
We a book of Luke. And you mean me chere Bible we, but we are one of the oldest. Bible the ye chere mu no, we are the actual mu baako. Now, or see the content. Or say like an investigative journalist compiling a story from several informants. Luke composed his gospel from the account of several eyewitnesses to Jesus Christ. Luke is a Gentile physician who traveled extensively with the Apostle Paul. Wrote his gospel for a man named Theophilus. Me pacho brofo kasa ne say, Luke na oye dokitani, ana oye dunsini. Na ono de na oye no ho te se the media for mo investigations and training. Enti onenam ena otie nkrofo nu asem edifa Yesu na ho. Na ono ankasa de na damfo ene Paul. Na damfo ne Paul. Na otro sa homa we de koma ono na damfo bi e friend Theophilus.
Inte ngoma o twa koma na damfo
o de koma na damfo
ye hwehwemu dia fa ebia NDC aba ho na MPP aba ho pese wiwum de odi kan ye na me de koma ma damfo bi oni Ghana ha
sa na sitie.
Okay.
Great. And you may be saying, what's here? And now, Osha. Now, so I intend, no, so I research. Now, I check and say, as a man, a crana. Tidia Mekano, and the Shani bin a make a trono. Usuhua. Now, so I check and say, because you see, knowledge is power. Knowledge, power. And if you are only knowledge, beyond one, that person swims in the pool of what? Timidity. Onye nipa wa hondensa wasunsan ho Uncle Coco baby basa. But when you have knowledge, when you know your left from your right, must baby no man you are not scared. You cannot be intimidated. You cannot be timid when you are a mastercraft of knowledge. And one tool that the white man took away the glory of black people, these people of color, was their knowledge base. And one, and it doesn't matter who. And as I still speak, 21st century, go check. Even the Bibinino or your professor, what professor to the nonsense degree, no, still, still are subservient to the white man. Udra brocho come for 1 year. Knowledge. You don't want to see the what? You don't na your research ni bi nehu ni maybe nothing ni maybe ase. So you can understand how the worlds were created. If you ask anybody who said it's a whole funny thing. It's like the chess game. My political bench, so on the political bench, the man currently on the Interpol red list, Ken Nanaya Ofuriatta, is head out there dictating on his terms how he should be, held accountable for his stewardship. But before this day, this was Mr. Ofuriatta demanding same accountability from his political adversary. And then kind of Ofuriatta no that red alert no so na ye hwehwe na zese what to wire mu so nam quiet mu se wire bi mu se din yo any signs nsem no wono ye ka sei wono be kire Ghana for say no ekwan wei ena momfa so ni masem banana Ofuriatta re fi ni ho say naanu no na ono o demand the same accountability na ye demand won so no no so demand say obi meranda accountability na wo hwe Ofuriatta so wo gina ho a Isaac Tesie bi a wo kwakohia ne boyfriend me hwe ni din say hey look at these guys Ken Ofuriatta hwe ni din mi na odi gina ho no say listen to her onye
really bad times where we all slept at the petrol station. So that's indication that, you know, you really need to get up and talk about it, because we cannot, as a nation that deserves so much more, come to this level.
I'm working like a bull and I'm paying my taxes.
Really bad times where we all slept at the petrol station. So that's indication that, you know, you really need to get up and talk about it, because we cannot, as a nation that deserves so much more, come to this level. Really bad times where we all slept at the petrol station. So that's indication that, you know, you really need to get up and talk about it, because we cannot, as a nation that deserves so much more, come to this level.
And I say bandana, which one? Dukwana. And a t-shirt, and I say blouse, and I say dear body, a tarani at Tarabeya. A Tarabe, I don't know, Minima Tareko, a Tareo she. The tongues has a man at Tasha and Tarabisa. In the day I turn on, the city on a Duku, and I say, no walk walking. And he no walk or walking. Before the exit of former Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, he promised the people of Central Region something unique. What was that? And how the promise was fulfilled? Former Vice President Ansan Obi Fria Kunyasono was obo ano baby Emma Oguafo Mimi Kromo obo ano baby. So obeya dibia man na e de ba de. Na saade no nso wo ye no nso no wo ye ne sen no wo ye nso ana de be sunti kra no de sa no ho ba no or the bebo the people of Central Region. Listen to him.
People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between them, and it's a major growth pole if we put an airport here to drive infrastructure growth. Of course, we are going to continue to
tonight, we, the people of Central Region, are demanding to figure this out. Where are the above, Mr. Former Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia? Away. We were sitting our somewhere. We, the people of Central Region, we were sitting our somewhere. Yet, your baby, your dinner, home. Vice President, former Vice President, wait. Asimo Bekachiro Guafo no. The Vice President, former Vice President, and no matter promising, we say the people of Central Region have good news for you. So good news na nene dia hini. Simahu. Ko kan mo si menisa papa no, meninsa no. Entro enada edoso. Odi Central Region for no di ehwamo. Na di ntina no odi Central Region for no be sa eyini say in the pabi edemaye. Bibi papa bi betimi efri ehwo aba. Sade no Mr. Vice President former ewehi. Can we say today all of the above were parts of former Vice President Bawumia's mockery campaign and media what? Sorry. Yebetimi aka says ansem we na eka ora Bawumia efewa ono adi bedi ne ho efewa odi ono ankasa ne ho ni nkontompo ne nabrabasem okanya ni na amfa na nkowie hwe in the ended campaigner no de be pegana atna akunwane so and I want it. Listen to this one too. Yehu ya ni yehu no. Ya wa anya banche. Guswaye body. But anyway, President John Dramani Mahama continued to advise former Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia how to govern. The understanding of politics. Okay? The President John Dramani Mahama, tunufo, ene ne honkro for, said ye boomine. Ne jai theory no economic days when your then fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate would expose you. If you expose you, we are also yangaza. Sir, President John Dramani Mahama, too for how to govern. Listen to him.
I said to my brother Dr. Bawumia and his flag bearer, Nana Akufo-Addo, that they had never run a country before and they had never been president before, and so they don't know the challenges of managing that position. I'm sure today they see the reality, and I'd have hoped that Bawumia will give another lecture at Central University and say some of the same theoretical things he used to say. You don't run an economy from textbooks. You don't run an economy with economic lectures. Running an economy takes practical work, determination, and prioritization. Public finance is a completely different thing. You need to work at it. You need to understand. I said to my brother Dr. Bawumia and his flag bearer, Nana Akufo-Addo, that they had never run a country before and they had never been president before, and so they don't know the challenges of managing that position. I'm sure today they see the reality, and I'd have hoped that Bawumia will give another lecture at Central University and say some of the same theoretical things he used to say. You don't run an economy from textbooks. You don't run an economy with economic lectures. Running an economy takes practical work, determination, and prioritization. Public finance is a completely different thing. You need to work at it. You need to understand.
I believe sir Afutua John Mahama Diama Bawumia onene do mombefa. Running a nation enye economic theories but in Africa dear we believe in the theoretical nyoma kusua buku no triguni trimwa no beja she wapo ego no kone baby enye hwe. Great. Now, let's go on our special edition tonight. President John Dramani Mahama vowed to crack down on illegal mining operators across forest reserves and water bodies. Woman penini banasimo kache minumi nzehe. Ye kwaye hopa kwaye ni insuoni die enini brisem kese no be tususa ashinipa womutu ye kwaye no sosa no. Indeed, visuals and intelligence report from the ground revealed the crackdown operation is actively activated. And for me tonight, I commend President John Dramani Mahama for the bold step, his alacrity and the prowess, his steadfastness towards the crackdown of the illegal menace. And more especially, my commendation go to Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisiu Kote, CEO of Minerals Development Fund, MDF, and the Inspector General of Police, more for Mumra screen. These people need to be commended for the job they've done. Ye bomb and penina baso. Kese sa man penino. Enya sa kukudro no. Na wasa so ashe nipa bi sukutu pase. Munko tu sa. Ewo nipa bon for so a. Wono mo say ye kwaye. Na hina mo de abetu to screen easy. Nipa bone fo a wono mo tu sa ewo ye kwaye so. Yen so. Munko munyi twinyi trada. Tieka say the Inspector General of Police, COP Christian Tete Yehonu, ever since so taking, the reins of the administration of the police service, this man has not relented on his quest. And of course, the need or otherwise described call to duty that Christian Tete Yehonu is fighting the illegal menace together with government forces or government elements. And then on top of it, Madam, and I said, Dr. Louisa Bisiu. Yes. And tonight, so man yen sorry more when my baswa. Samun sorry no more my baswa. And a will be a one person or my bason. Come on, Utum, shut up. No, Munyo. At least near Ghana ho. Now I've heard some MPP and I pay me tell you, Radimiana me rested on me swap 1 minute. Now my the amendments you hear much. Sometimes it's annoying some of us to say some of this politicians you speak as if say you all Ghana more than we. You some of you in the MPP you want to all Ghana as if say it is your Ghana and not a Ghana belonging to some of us. How dare you? Madness about them. Like I was saying in my intro, we were here, we were sitting out somewhere, Yanka Bin Shemu. The former president Akufo-Addo sworn on what? On his presidency, a political gamble that I, in my presidency, whatever, I'll not even make that attempt. Yet he took that risk by saying, he sworn on his presidency, his inability not to have so over fighting Diabeno or the presidency in the better. Akufo-Addo had forgotten and said no. He was on the countdown. Former President Akufo-Addo had forgotten and said no. What he said, like I told you earlier, that in any crime, and as I said, the vindication of crime is in the womb of time. Then he said, count down to that. He would definitely. He was sowing and he will reap it. And he reaped his proceeds of illegal mining. Then when President Akufo-Addo, we were expecting President Akufo-Addo to walk the talk. What did we see? He failed completely to walk the talk. Number 2. Then now became Onuankasa, the National Security Minister, Ayora Kandapa, Womina no mugu kwaye mo no mu to gold. Kandapa, the Minister of National Security or no and on mine kwaye and your money so asma ya kana mu di diagram na mu fe say agrobe ni ye die no. If you don't see the government of the issuer and then I say come on to and allow some of us who are ready to support these men and women to do that diligent job. Okay, especially some of this MPP reckless people na mutuona mukeka nkwasi asemgu yasum no kamanutum so bra pepe bi na mo pese mo bo a temo bo kire me yehu Akufo-Addo den otumi nothing. The worst part of Akufo-Addo fighting the illegal menace was the fact he said Onuane National Security Minister Ora Kandapa, I am saying it here on authority. Was Kandapa not part of the illegal Galamsey and Koso? Under what circumstances Kandapa was sacked? The then National Security Coordinator in where? In Central Region. Your friend is saying, honestly, your friend Oforiata, Munkobisa, the circumstances under which Ken of your friend is saying, Oforiata, then the national security coordinator in Central Region, was dismissed by by Kandapa. Munkobisa Kandapa said, what brought about this? The feud between Ono and Oforiata Nedian. How many mining sites belongs to Ono Kandapa? Meanwhile, Yeshimwa, he should have been the arrowhead as the top within the security and intelligence of the state to help the president to fight this. No, on one kasa, he was part of the culprit to destroy Ghana's forest reserves and water body, and he never cared. Okay, he never bothered. And the next person, and then also domestically, the police, the Inspector General of Police, George Ekufu Dampare. What happened? How many of you heard George Ekufu Dampare commenting about illegal menace? Nothing. He failed. He failed. And then the last one. Go and check the NPP's blueprint called a Japadia blueprint. At least on this platform, we remain the only platform that we review the Ejapadia document extensively and beyond. What was in the document? Over thousands and several thousands of illegal companies were captured in the Ejapadia document. Murefi. The Ejapadia document 1 and 2 captured extensively mining companies are womuni licenses, womuni no machine. Yeah, and a down document in a down. So will be a corner a woman. Companies are women nara licenses are the Akufo-led government. Emma sa companies ni nara ekugu kwayemu na womugu kwayemu no mu bu kwaye ni sensio masa are huye mu fe se Ghana yehu bi pen yehu bi pen in the era of Akufo-Addo enukra no ne etete ho sa. Then coming close and closer to the administration of Akufo-Addo, what happened? I feel no man who say Omobabeko. They needed to intensify their quest to destroy the forest reserves and water bodies as if there was no tomorrow. Hey, I didn't want Ghana and Americano. So, most if you move back on, when we release companies in Nara Samunko Kwaimo Bianya Diope. President Akufo-Addo, as if though his hands have been tied at his back and he cannot do anything. Ask yourself, say, the national security, the entire intelligence of the state and advisement on the man. Afia Kodru said, Ghana, we've come, at the close shave of say, Yanjenia, Ensua Yabenum Nara, enemy Adiadene, Chise import to free Amanone. Minima dia ne hawom ene minim honhom ne sunsuma ebetna Akufo-Addo ne domnum ene ne national security officers are wo mo no man hwe oman ne chamunsa o ensu ayebenum o aduane yebedi o everything including the choir no the forest reserves and the water bodies, all of this are under national security protection. So if Akufo-Addo anything painful fail to attack the menace in the forest the question you should be asking, no, say, no, a gun in the first place, and I know a Buzangani and us and who free him for. And now, no manager, no, better him for. No, official, the last resort, I call them the last line of defense, Omega. Woman is sorry, say no, baby, now we've reached the crescendo, and so they need to bump up. Trade union for. We were in this country and everybody heard. I feel trade union for any breeze said no. Trade union issued an ultimatum, said they are going on a demonstration in this country across all regional capitals. Didn't we hear? We all heard it. What happened? The same Akufo-Addo, ne security and intelligence no so mu bo or manager pade ni nsuo no ho ban no. Uni ma de omo ye. Instead so metu sa na mo de bi o man yes a. They rather felt no, let's go and punch, create holes in the whole of what? The TUC movement. And they managed to coerce a lot of the TUC top officials. And the TUC for ebe issue ultimatum. Say, Edase, Akufo-Addo manye say ya yebete si mountain so if you 2 years for be withdraw all the services within the country. What happened? Yet why enke bi nhemo de ete ane say 2 years foriden afide the most funniest thing that made me not to trust all of these crooks, these rascals, ragamuffins, and good for nothing 2 years for the President Akufo-Addo's government, and together with the security and intelligentsia, broke the ranks of TUC4 after demonstration. Demonstration in Yama. So after TUC4 no mwache, when mu te kawe, no when mu te kawe, say ya, see say ya, and the demonstration never came on. After the you bet not President Akufo-Addo council, Mr. President Akufo-Addo issue what you call state of emergency. Did he? This was just prior to Yebetwaba. Wante, no one in Ghana, and now Refi. Did he issue the state of emergency? Did he? The only thing that Akufo-Addo government did was what? Send some operation something. Refi. They sent some military men there. It's some edwuma bi a wo mo kwaye wo forest wo mo duru we na o matra no mo face o mo yeye no mo nim say we are also monitoring them. Munime guase MPP. Munime guase in despicable grand style. Shut up. Come on to na muti kronmu amudie no ne nkwase akeka no ne Jimmy. We've gotten a president as you know. And I wouldn't say NDC for when we are crudging when it comes to at least the galamsey and whatnot. But at least we are seeing this visibly, manifestly being done, that somebody has been empowered under what? Operation Intelligence led. At least we've seen one IGP, Inspector General of Police, who is given his full mandate. Say, no, I will protect the government. I will make sure, say, many governments in the fight away at their bone, because Ghana is our own motherland and we owe it to ourselves. We don't owe Ghana to the Burkinabes. We don't owe Ghana to the Togolese. We don't owe Ghana to the Ivorians. We don't owe Ghana to the South Africans. No, we owe it to ourselves. Why can't you help? Why can't you do yours? Why? Now you want to knock heads together, say, Dr. Hanabisu, Oni Kofi Amabua, and Tukwa, moment how? Now, Kofi Amabua, the minister for what? What's the kind of saying? Science and forestry, whatever it is, lands and natural resources. Why? Now listen, if Kofi Amabua essay or no, obe fighting Galamsey, then I am tonight to tell Kofi Amabua say he has to move his ministry. Onkosi ministry no kwai mu non fighting. The only thing that I can tell Mr. Amabua, because I we issue operation BBB, I don't care, and I'm family. But me say, if Mr. Amabua episode of fighting Galamsey, then he should move the Ministry of Lands and Natural Forestry, whatever it is, into the forest no fighting. Okay? On 2 minutes in free Accra, no fan forest, no just obey me a fight, but then. But it makes sense to all of us here. By all the arithmetics on the table, say, look, this is an intelligent-led operation. So those of you who don't know, shut up. Konitum. Namunya and Niamao Semni and Yanson Casana, Mokakawa Bontuano, Oyobiba. Oyobiba. Men, and I catch them earlier. All the men who have been appointed to handle that Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, or lands and whatever it is, in MPP, in NDC, they all failed. They all failed. And if I say, make us say, Kofi Amabua Monfan and another ministry, not Jomama, Famami, this Ubesha ministry, Nian say, Nyoman Kuya. Yeah. Because the woman is receiving the full backing from the IGP and Mr. President Mahama. Answer them there on me patrol. And the entire NDC government, the Ministry of Finance, I would advise because and to kowe enyen to kwaketo o enenye body do kyerese sika sika edwuma, and the maximum influence to which it doesn't matter. Hanabisu Mante. Hanabisu came and reported something about Kufuor's nephew or whatever, who nearly bribed her of some office Fiabia. Yeah, they are rented on no minerals development fund was only $10,000 we no more no mantra. And the mammy say, so assuming say if Mami Hanabisu and your beer or believing in self-diligence and realizing the tendency, say, no, I am here for services to God and country. Then the question is, and what Jesus says, and Jadenia better no. And who said corruption if we did no way into our money, ye be no. Amemuano, a ye sikadia, media, sikadia, ning kwasiakeka, and guano maybe. Woman yashe. But my minister papa need not to know. For sikanako, yentra dining. These are people you need them. Selfless people to run a nation. All right? IGP, Oteono, Oyenipa. Can you imagine how many galamseyers or gold miners ever storming the office was a IGP? The patrol. Go back, bear me and say, oh, they go back and say, be me and you say, near the IGP, IG. Fa. Na IGP, okay, and you're bad, neat. Because nyame na don't know free police service no okofia onko yedwuma bi abium okwohwe okodwen ho yes sir at least go bus we IGP tete yehunu or the kwa kotren fe no de ahwe no nti oje enye yi na but who say what can see so also no I am going to give President John Dramani Mahama all the needed effort oyenipa ubetindi na di agrosa no. And so my call tonight on President John Dramani Mahama, including the Ministry of Finance, are told, Monshe, and you must sink all the necessary resources, the funds, the money, everything. Na monfe mo mami, any IGP no monfe mo mase, even so masene, mo muntimi yedron. Mr. President, me sorry also papa pay why you I salute you for this. It's a great service. At least when tinyanya bibimpa ma Ghanaians no ensuo ne ebenom ne kwaye no a ebebon from an amay natural dear no kran u save ya man what next but en kwancha dear far yes sika na de yo Mr. President ma ato unreleased funds enfema Hanabisu any IGP no mo fanya adwuma na adwuma ni ntumi nwie payo mesrew. Tonight we showcase some of her works out there in the forest and its impact. First, Dr. Hanabisu had a confrontation with a police officer who is being accused of what? Providing safe haven for some Chinese illegal miners. Police officer no sir police officer IGP Bob obe man fast obe dismissing one time. So I'm dismissing the crana. Mamini drew forest one. Show police officer no was sa empeswa so no ma Chinese for no bambo bibi ankasa nchen so no ade ye your minor assignment kesio. So as a police officer maminyama fe no. Listen to the confrontation between police officer and Hanabisu. Take a listen.
There's a problem here.
There's no problem, sir. The only problem is
and I saw you. You are people, so I want to know what is happening.
So I've told you. Okay, no. I want to know.
Let me know.
No, it's okay. I want
now
to know.
You have cleared everything.
Yes, I've cleared it. So I want to know with what I have. Let's go.
Doc, so we understand it was the police who sent the tax. Can you confirm that?
Mombra Mekano. Everything is confusing. And they made them to block us.
The police made the tax to block you?
That block us so that we release the Chinese here. So I went to tell the commander that the only thing I have to tell him is that I'm carrying those Chinese to the region and we push for them to be moved to national.
Orasu jana today.
Moja kana chana phone kwa wechi.
Police ni biaso ni echi no. Ah, obi eni echi say get this take away.
De mesi. Na mimi si kama ba onso mchemu hiyo. Traffic na bia. Sasa na hapo mtiaza. Kuma police kan nkoi.
Mama akwenda na mtio.
Mama mo din komo. Waso mwana so abe bon so abe isi.
Ayo munda bufo. Ayo munda bufo.
No mo nyere da.
Come on to the outside. Hey! Sit in your car. Sit in your car, don't touch anybody. Hey! Sit down.
What? Oh.
Oh my God.
Well, get oil on your body so that you also come fair.
Gabi.
That guy is working the solo. That guy is working solo. Okay, find them for me, please.
So by easy, they understand.
So he answers more.
The level of degradation of the water and the soil and the forest now. In another move, Dr. Hanabisi, together with her team, arrested barrage of Chinese operators in the forest reserves. Afi omo san ko pie Chinese fo bi so ochi wo munna oba besia no would you say to me? Listen to this. Take a listen.
They say we took the
No. The police for no best got security more escort you.
Great, of course, more than a warlord. In another footage, she explains the modus operandi of the Chinese nationals when her team arrived on the scene. Video mebe bwachiro sitio o kasembi no churchra de bim. Ede na o churchre mu. Ebra one ni team no kodru empeso aso no Chinese for no ma ya de bia sa de no nyamepe na ebo amaami. Nchienti asempa. Ede be na Chinese for the plan so me listen to her.
China for ni bini ebi kodwom enti dwa wo mom kodi dwan de yanya wo ma anchi wo mu we mom ra yakoto wo mu no na wan ele ambush ni no maja no kan omo school ho ti ma make sure say obi ekepe na wo mo de atu a wo mo de ambo ba gum ama obi enter your kwan na no che say ti omu na ye pia na omu abie e de aguye so na nyame a ye som no no oso yeso do nyame ye ba ko ba oso ena at the point na omu be din semone no nyankopon ma ye hu mu say ena ye ji omu atwani na ti de omu ba be kire mu mahu se wonam na se wanya asase su bia ya nsemane fo na bia ni mu ni na mom de ye be ya susu ni abusuafo wo mu ayi excavators ahoro wo ni nyina no ye de kasa ba yesesa e de akọ aposifo ho na ye de bibia famra kwan mu obi bia watu amana e wo ha bia no ye bebo ne ka na watua na ya wo ma ya yi o ma si o so mom na mekura wo ma be kata amna ni nyina so na wo ma dua nnua amna no
entity so what ya that just a Chinese we or way they are not my yen say wo ma kwotete wo mele ambush no mele no mo de twen ma me ne team no enti so mo succeed ya enti eno no so mo jaituo ediegu ma me ne team no so bam no ma finish them Ghana for ka ho no mo yes Ghanaians e ka ho a grand conspiracy but like I told you Anamona wotu no is an intelligence led operation tienie into woni mu no waka won watum jan man nya na adwuma na Ghana for ye pesa oseyefo enabraba for kohwifo entro enada bone asemoma empa de pa ade no ye no hey wo sei binum aduane wo sei no krakrakrakra aboneyefo. This platform will remain committed to this woman and the entire team will remain committed to the IGP. Now, Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisi also narrates and details a scary move by some Chinese nationals in the forest. Osan bechira asembi mu anu so ehu yie pa. Na den no honso no mo pa kire wo ho. Hwe mfoni we nsu de na ekoso. Listen.
In that sometimes you get searched physically before you are even allowed to go through the barrier or go through that particular area to your own farm.
Omutimi ko ceiling no so.
China ni no.
Yes, baby ana yen nyina ka che se China for 15 na she se afie no mom di nchense atwa ho. Wo muton rem. Ye du ho na ensuo mo no anyina da su sijaso. Ena kronum no. Wo matutu amna no bi ho ama nipa mienu atomawu. Na forest nim no mo 23 excavators on my filling station.
Forest nim no.
Oi I say wo kono o kan asem kiro. Madam, ade amu yeti. Pebo eno suesuru wo kan hwe. Anya entiba ne sana so na antifas. No ono so kasa. Wo da ho anadwoni aba bebo promi ekum. Enti ha yesuru. Omo ha yeyo na omo ko. No be kan say cars bi aba na ene memu abi aba. Omu krokro etu etoto etu omu se omu miemfa microphone fi kro no ma ye hu se police ni ekura AK47 enam akomfre a wono no fi one area of illegal mining site to another illegal mining site protecting them etu no mututu wo ho se kan obi a enka commander no ka ho bi.
But actually, it is not Chinese.
Obusia galamsey nsensem ne de enye isi kura.
Araba bi akobra ni galamsey. High tension ase. High tension ase. Na akobra ne de excavator asi. O excavator ne tewo no. Awu di high tension ase gidi ba na fo. You imagine say po ibu a say obo ase ye better sumu be 10 years ni na right o. System
IGP Sman member anti-galamsey task force omoko Praprama Forest Reserve and Asumiya Forest Reserve Western region Kochichi Ghana for omoye illegal mining any foreigners are mo say isu any nsase.
Look, Inspector General of Police COP Christian Tatiano, I salute you, sir. So we yeduma papa. Shemrante no we provide them no. One free the headquarters ho. Well dedicated and until me say. ato monhwe na monfa sika enko momfa nye adwuma say emrante ne kwa no mo release om kwa they can be compromised, but see a show me here won be boa me yes save a nation's catastrophe or cataclysm, and we need to do that. In another scene, some Chinese arrested by her team, and some also what ran into the forest. And Nana Hanabi Sunanka say kano ntitito wirem omo titefa kwaye mo asire mo mipom enuyam enanchamum tata omunya obi ape bi nitiafa onzo ho nya ye kwaye o na kwabna no de ne ho ka kwaye no a beka se kuronum no ofie. Listen to her.
Come on, let's hurry. And the cocoa farms have been destroyed by the Chinese. Come here. Hey, come catch some corn and come. Oh, they were here. Omujani Yente. No, they were here. Hey, Tana. Why your people, you not bring your people, you get plenty problems.
No more. It means they were here. They just
they were here. They just left. And now, Mommy and Italian question is fast. Me patcho, Mommy, or share Ramu, back on the share.
Osho say Charlotte no mo sisi wo ho say ye die banyo say pieni asa wo mo sisi pieni asa wo Chinese when sisi pieni asa wo mo sapo wo ba pabam satan pabam no munya tete to wire mo kwaye mo mirikato se sasa ni edi o machi hwe wo ma ye jollof na minim di oye froye no any emunu ne jollof esi ho a womkwa na da asan na esi jaso da asan yo na esi jaso. Now Dr. Hanabisu invaded some Chinese homes in the forest reserves. Afi obura China fo na nkasa binimu fie a no so masisi wo wire mu ho e dey na esi wo ho. Take a listen to this. Shouldn't the president be happy? I mean, should the president not be happy? So at least one person within the administration, Ejuma, or the channels, and Waye Jumani Yipa, and Nipa no so in your biase or your bar, Obi Rio, and worship Yasman Kwai more. None were better ye. Finally, Dr. Hanabisu speaks for the very reasons behind her move and her actions. Afi obechire mu se ntia woye de oye One but of course, we're explaining the reasons. Take a listen to the reasons behind the actions. Listen.
So, from everything we are seeing here, today we came for 15 excavators. And we carried all these excavators. But from every indication, those who have destroyed this area, just like the other areas, the environmental terrorists, they are terrorizing the environment, they are terrorizing everything that has to do with the ecosystem. And as environmental terrorists, we have to face them as such. This is not for anybody. And again, they are blaming government that we don't come to their aid. They are helpless because these people are armed, and these are communities that President Mahama wants to develop through Mineral Development Fund. How do you talk about agriculture when the agricultural land is destroyed? How do you talk about education when the water source that they have has been contaminated, diverted, and it doesn't exist? How do you talk about any form of development when the very ground where their houses are situated have been mined and they live in fear? I want all of us to understand that is my duty, is your duty, is our duty to say no to illegal mining and to say no to the environmental terrorists and to say yes to the call to put an end to all these illegalities and to say yes to the polluter pay principle. You pollute, you pay. Thank you.
Great. A call to duty, right? A call to duty, a call to the earth, services to God and country. Folks, me call short break, me ba. Ghana Speaks Extension, we focus on the health sector and the horrific or the harrowing account of many Ghanaians also in the health facilities, including a call to ban mobile phones in all health sector, both private and government. I'll be right back. Folks, welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension. Of course, in this edition, we expose yet barrage of concerns of some Ghanaians across the health sector, asking if government can put a strict compliance to, banning mobile phones in hospitals and what have you. It's just about 43 minutes gone past, yes, of course, right? No, 40 minutes gone past the hour 9. This is the Frontline Investigates.
The day of reckoning is here. It is not the end of the world. It is the end of darkness and the beginning of light and truth. Something that has never happened before. After many years of undercover investigations on politics, religion, business, and more, it is time to blow the cover. Judgment Day comes for us all. Run or hide, live or die, you will be exposed. There is no rest for the wicked, only torment. Judgment Day with a legend from Kukwanan, only on the Frontline Show.
Great, welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension. Of course, tonight I walk you through a barrage of, some Ghanaians who have experienced some horrendous encounters. As if, of course, tonight we begin with a patient's encounter with a hospital located in Dansuman. Which health facility is this and what happened there? Minimo Shasia. Any pay on your experience no hospital there what Dansuman. Na diaba assembly see your hospital. Okoye den wo ho na den so na course was our hospital e wodansoma no. Listen to this.
Good evening. Me see hospital bi wo Beach Road Dansuma Beach Road ono ye fe Royal Clinic. Ho no so the same thing. Ino mo ye ho me koda ho no nyame nko anka me wuye. Afi the to baby omo hwa aye din no munti wo omuntimi no mo transfer si ye nkokolebu ye kokolebu a doctor say edru e so mo de mame no enye say edru no mo de mame nti on hwe me cho papa bi ne ye paul man san no mutimi hwe nkrofo wu a ewu wo ho no wo de mo hwe dan fa echi na mo bisebisa wo ho na mo hwe Royal Clinic Grave Beach Road Dansuma Beach Road honum omo su dwuma omo di wo ho anu.
The second person has an issue with the Kasua police. And what is the police up to? The Wobedin in Komwe, or no, the Kasua police, Kasua police, CID, police, Kasua for Commander Woho, one would dumb. I didn't encounter Bena on Unyao police for instance, because South Hospital in Semsemi. Kaswa police for are trying to shield mother and child for. Say yes, mo person mo shield woman. And chebane send a modi kwisi blow na mo boame ye na court. Emende. The court has been exposed, including the police. Listen to the encounter of this person. Listen.
Yeah, good evening. Pacho me dey Ben Makasafi Ahutu Senya West. Me pacho ye krom a police for na omo kumano ora mesrew ubetumi abaye on investigation bi amaya ka be me de ade a omo de ye wo krom anu nyasam ketwa chese wuni bi anya asem krampo na omo akwa asem ne bi anya asem a edin bia mo be se mo di asem no ba fie ebe sesie no na police for na ka se twa omo bo ato ene se 1000 cedis na omo be a one first can amadia any asem no munjai na oma yiro na wo tues can asem mo jaho asem bi any asem bia kese ye wu ya kromu boys ya ye wu demonstration krampoma still omu gusu eye ni omo ye kese na nsen ya krampo police ni baako ekofo obi yire ama nipa no ni police ni kokon ye omu chi nipa ni hyedem ebu no saa identity oni police na kokon yede ni nipa no kobreku court no si o ende se police for muso mabo no dia asem no munyimra fie wo ma peni wo side nipa no be hyem biom kwasa saa mo ne na mo saa na ebutu afoko tuetu sika bia o mo yi nipa no etimi si ye kroma police for ndede o mo ye ye kromo anu yesrem mbabo an medamase
well police officer sebsem preduasa wakopim obire o wapem no we na akwese baby a me na me wo baby a me ka say odi asam because hey cratchy enye sa na o say odi mmerewa anything kwame Japan obi o police officer copy obi ire no wokoka na machi nipa na sen ibrim no. The third person also has an issue with senior Breku police who use them as what? Use the cell as a cash cow to be extorting money from vulnerable people. Now, senior Breku said, no, police cell no dear. Our police fund have been accused them when we use cells no as a cash cow and normally extorting nipa. Normally extorting sika free nipa house. Man, yes, I know day. Security services the police service na mugum hu animu ase papa mugum hu animu ase IGP ho odi ni hu nipa o na mo hwe na mo fo obuo ene ni die emra service na mugum hu animu ase. Listen to this.
Sure say yankwa da mo ti wo ye me pa chaw aya video bi a owura bi ehwe abrofa bi no we sure say na e bi a obeka ho asem ba sa asem we bi ato me pen sister bi menini na e rent down ofie na obo ne ba akola no sa akola 1 year sabi o yesi wa akọ toilet na ifie ofo no ebuofu akasakasa bae sister na bo akola no sa na me hyede mu afede na me hu nya menye na me kwaji akola no won nsem se no me ma ne mbo akola no bio na me di akola no be hye me dem wo na me su me na me wa akola wonya 3 years nje wo mo menchen na me wife su ni wo nti me ma akola no be ka wo me dem wo mo hwe TV ni ade me anu aduane kakra me ne wo nyina de e ta me na asem no kofo no na me fi so akola no ma me no ni wa ton nti yabo be 3 na me di abofra no command sa ni won ton akola no ko no hye ase so obu ni bi ye o fi na me sa akofa akola na me ka je se no ri akola no so obu akola ni bi mu a me so mebu no ene woni di oni me ntokwa na me fa me bet na me di hwe ye no in fact me di bet ni hwe no e bia ne nsan ho kakra na odi ko police station police for no buy e wo me krom senya Breku da no me se ni wo me se yibisa me ye sure se motie senya Breku police for e be chimi ana me si o enye se bia me ni sesa no ntokwa na ni o ye ne ba no ife ofo bia koka no odi na tem ana me di aba no me bet no hwe no police for no ma seta no police form e de ni ma oko hospital yes wade ka 4 million nje o se metua ka we police for no enjam na me nkono mo se da me so chese ebelimi a omo belimi a omo give me 5 million obi a obo akola ama akoje no owura yeah police for no se da 5 million me ntua omo de mbetum ama me sa ko pa bo se 5 million edi be ma me ko mu police for senya Breku police for mu giye ansa na mu jam enti e be sre me se o asam we awo for no bi o wa the way a mani enkola fa so de emboa ena se bi o so awo be kwa kum awo be kwa ko police for amanye ana wo ni awo for no be ye se wo mpene no wo for no de wo police station wa na police for no so acho enti me se police for no bi wo so a ne omo ye no enya omo nyina na binum especially me kom police for me sana so we do me kom police station e awutu senya Breku police station a wo de wo ba kom wo kwa ba investigation a e wo police for ho a nsema wo beti no enya nsema ketwa enti me say so wo wie o mother in charge e wo nyoma na me e kom police for no omo de e fa so no de they say wo betu abeboan me da asi
Senior Breku police Munime Guasi. The fourth person tonight lost his child at mother and child hospital. How did this event happen? Hospital near mother and child and also could lose a child. T said the cover by no T is a de listen.
Hello, Papa. My favorite program is here. Last week or last 2 weeks, my favorite program concerning hospital be our Kaswa, I friend mother and child. We were the same problem concerning the now working in Meba, and you may mamma the Neko. You could do a real sanopa. Omo China, Manabana 12, and San Omea for an operation. Operation, it is so my big cancer. I had the other Baba Hana or Yerba will be Umbekun. Manfanya said, me visit a man like a candy omope. And so Cabana, Pagu, make count answer up to now, Menon Casay, 3 years and Sankana. Yet in a bear whom operation you are coming at an bear fee. Or why was not common? You rush a hospital bear 4 times. Oh, mamma, quite test, baby. After do baby, almost mean conquer ECG. Me quite test way na last show more transference and Fanco Calibuno. You do any 1 week and I can't feel. Sa hospital na semana okan Mr. Sa wote menka. What yet me non Benny, frame and answer mameta man send a message. Na me no kasa 101. Na me intro details ni na. Best more information pa was a medimam. Me da was a piece of menka nyamenka.
Kwanya or mother and child, no sense who could lose a child or no what you know. The 5th person had her sister's child deformed due to some questionable decision by some nurses and doctors. At Mother and Child Hospital. Ninuya Eba, the Akoton Hospital. Listen to this.
So good evening. Patricia Bibiaboko. Me who mo program na mo ye TV sono concerning mother and child no. Yeah, 4 years ago, me chuba eko ye. Owo ye no. Since then, akwala ni enya problem. Ni fun, she can't walk. Why lean? Why very slim? Yenim adekom de aye miniano. Up to now, on Antiana wobunimu. Ti would the message videos ne pictures of her. The one who the real miniano. True mother and child miniano aye.
Some of the footage is nibiuma on second pictures, videos, because it be a very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. My main can come messages. You say, good evening, Kweku Anan. I am very impressed by Hannah Bisi. In fact, this woman is doing a very great job. May God intercede on her behalf of this woman and protect her from very harm. Also, I will always praise her for her good work. From Akwesi Duya in Kumasi and Odeba Akwesi, thank you very much for your message, Odeba. This work is being titled The Good Governor. Okay. I make sure to say good evening, Kweku. Rich Hospital left the spoiled 3 days now and are doing nothing about. Patients are using steps from ground floor to 4th floor and it's bad. Okay. Daddy Kweku, Dr. Hanabisu should not send any Chinese and those involved to any police station. She should line them up and spray them all if they can kill Ghanaians for choking them. Dr. Hannah sprayed them all because they would have been sprayed, and you and your men don't show mercy. Let the blood flow. Nadia Samunkwam. Kweku, the spirit of the nation and people in it is a dirty one. In families, churches, mosques, straight to the top. When you try to stand in your for your whatever yes and no, B, they will rather point at you. You don't respect. But I find out that Ghanaians wear surprising spirit of youth. I am Kweku. Okay, our message never be in CCA, but I guess I've been able to catch your lineup. Well, so good evening, Kweku. God will protect you for your hard work. the use of mobile phones should not be banned, but there should be a discipline of inspection of their hard work. This is Bashir from Ashaman. Okay, Obisi me and Bane. Share other messages. So say, good evening, Kweku. Please, there is always a big star that is close to the moon. Do you know what it means? It means that the star is always carry a lot of information, which offers, which others have no idea. Kweku, indeed, you are that star I'm referring to. Really. Kweku, may the Lord makes you more than who you are today. Mostly of us, we are making more profits in life through by your show. They used to say, experienced teacher is always the best. Kweku, you are that teacher. The parable talks about the God bless you and long life beyond your imagination. Clinton, lucky boy from Mateko. Or say the lady should be aware, should be what? Award. In fact, Hannah, BC is doing a great job, person. Great job, person in our system. God bless her. Good one. Understand your line of thoughts. We shall say, Beauty Ado from Ashaman Market. Our mother Ghana. And all can say, wow, such a great woman. Okay, and also Kahana Dianum. We shall say, good evening, Kweku Anan. Hope you are doing well. Please, Kweku, I want you to spend your small time to talk about private schools in Ghana. Some of the private schools buses was what? In a dead trap, especially Ewutu Bodriase. Kweku, some of the okay. Where there are so many teachers, more PTA, PTA for question among years sadness. It shouldn't be and say, yeah, someone say about CTV. We also speak the truth, bro. Just don't pretend Mahama has done nothing. Some of us are still looking for good work after completing school. Both parties are devilish. I have an M-Field or what in chemical pathology and still struggling. Don't be biased on your presentation. Thank you. Within the saying, is it Ekuma? Nekuma, me bias. What are you trying to talk about? I don't seem to get you. Who M-Field, chemical debenya. What does that got to do with me being biased? This is where some of you make me go ballistic and rough, no, because it's a silly message you sent. What you say? That's what my MCR for Nekasa. A message now the Bremen. Oh, I'm sure that Kona paid my ear. Should I be the concern of it? Jomara no more. What about that one? Well, say good evening, Kweku. Please, when is your program? Will be live telecast on radio, especially in Accra here. Good evening, Kweku. Okay, you want my program to be on radio? I'll say your program. I'll say good evening. When is your program? The front line would be live telecast on radio, especially in Accra here. I am in Taiwuda from Mateko, something like that. But it's on the screen TV, so you can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your phone, so you don't necessarily have to rush home and watch on TV. Hello, Kwekwanan. I am Listowell, a nurse that most often watch your show and admire the majority of your content as they appear apt. You have made a clarion call for the consideration of complete ban on the usage of mobile phones in our hospitals, most especially by nurses. I share in your plight, looking at the way employees in general misuse it at the workplace. How skewing it to the hospital, in as much as lives are lost and conditions get worsened from this intelligence, from this negligence. The usage of also comes with some props. Without going into details, let me just you on a digital something called LHMIS, which almost every hospital now use. For some government hospitals supply enough computers. Hence, nurses and health workers in general, out of sacrifice and magnanimity, use the phones to, hey, we message no doors, no, bro. Okay, my producer, get in touch with that guy. Or say, let health minister provide hospitals with telephone lines, at least 3 in each department. Each hospitals in Ghana must have a hotline for easy communication. Example, Tema General Hospital can connect through 1422 as an income call to either emergency ward or OPD to forward the call to the respective area of importance. Therefore, doctors to use their phones but not nurses. Okay. Loads of messages. I have to come back and then read a message. Good evening, Kweku. I wish you read my message this evening. I watch and listen to